Hey everyone, it's time to talk about race once again. And this time I want to talk about why we need to stop talking about race. And I found a clip of someone kind of trying to counter the argument of why we should keep talking about race. I am one of those people that thinks if you keep talking about race like it's the 1960s, you're drilling it into these people's heads that actually do have opportunities and don't have to cross so many hurdles, that it's a systemic problem. It is not a systemic problem anymore. It's more on an individual basis. I'm not ignorant enough to say that it doesn't exist in some forms, again, some places, and maybe there are larger companies out there that are racist, but I'm pretty sure it works in a lot of different directions. There are a lot of racist people that are not white, and it's not the 1960s anymore. My last video, or one of my last videos, I said you have every opportunity. And maybe that's... Yeah, no, you do. You do have every opportunity. The only one holding you back is you, and you listening to this rhetoric that it's still a systemic problem. Quit trying to change the definition of racism into something of a systemic issue. It's not systemic. It's individual. And until you break that barrier yourself, you will never get to where you want to be. So here we go. We're going to break down this video from Chelsea Lay, I believe her name is.
Friends, long time no see. So there's never a shortage of stories in the media where someone's being completely outright racist or there's some sort of miscarriage of justice involving people of color.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm going to show you how it works both ways, just like I had said. This is fucking ridiculous. And this is why I say that you preaching this shit has helped put these ideas into these people's heads. Rather than going out and working hard and trying to get ahead in life, they believe they're victims of systemic racism, just like in the 1960s. Fuck you, fuck your rhetoric, and watch this bullshit.
African American.
My parents were born in Africa, but good job.
We're African American. Thank you very much. If you want
Kenya and Uganda.
Our parents were born in Africa.
Okay, in Africa.
Yes.
In Africa, not African American.
What the hell does that mean?
African American means that your ancestors were brought over
No,
here through
it
the
doesn't.
slave ship.
It doesn't really
yes,
make
it does.
any sense.
Yes, it does.
No, it
That's
really
what it
doesn't.
does. That's what it
You're
means.
African soldiers.
My dad is a Nigerian. Okay,
Okay.
for real.
My
okay?
dad's from Uganda.
But my grandmother, my ancestry comes from slavery. My grandmother was here when slavery
What's
was
this got to
going.
do with
She
anything?
because y'all come over here
Who's
and you
yours?
create your
Who's
own.
yours?
Who's yours?
I'm saying your ancestry.
Who's our
your
ancestors? Where are we from?
Yeah.
Your ancestry. Your country. You're not
where's
from
that?
here.
Where's that?
You're not from here.
So where
You're
are
not
we?
from here.
Where are we
You're
from
not
then?
Your mother's mother wasn't raised here. My generation only go back one generation.
You know where my mother's
I was
mother
listening
was
to
raised?
my
Why are you
grandmother.
screaming? Do you know where my
No,
mother's
you're
mother is
the
from?
one getting, but you don't know.
You know-
So you think that, only thing I'm saying is y'all come over here, and I'm saying y'all because the majority, we can go in my community. I live in Lithonia. When I go in my community, it's not me that's owning it. Okay? When I go to the nail shop, it's like the man said, it's the Vietnamese and
people
the
that wanna work.
Chinese
People that wanna
own that.
work.
But they come over here, you own the industry. The Indians come over here, they own the hotels.
Yeah.
And they own me.
'Cause we wanna make
Because
money.
guess what? But I'm asking you, why is there an industry of you? Who has opened the market to you?
Those people that want jobs.
Hold on,
People that
hold
want
on, hold on.
jobs.
You ready to kill little Edomite families? Y'all gonna get put to death, man. That's right. You gonna die, you and your little ugly kids, man. That's right. You gonna get bashed against the stones, man. And all you so-called Asians, you're going into slavery, all right?
That's right.
You're going into slavery, all right, where you belong.
Do that.
No more feeding soup.
Do that, Kai.
That was incorporated into those civil rights acts.
Yeah, death to you goops.
Yeah.
That's right.
Death to goops, man. I hate Moabites, man. Man, these goops and you damn East Indians, you piece of shit coolies.
That's right.
They look down. They'll look down on. If I can get a scriptural, if you can get.
And you so-called Asians, you goops, all right? You so-called Filipinos, coolies. Yeah, you damn waste of space, all right? Because a damn goop, see, a goop ruling over you niggas, that should anger you, man. They're literally retarded, man. You ever work with a Moabite? They're the worst workers, man. They don't know how to do anything.
And you're a Moabite, man. And the Most High cursed Moabites, all right? You curse, you're going into slavery, baby. You can never enter into the congregation. That's right. Damn Moabite, man. I hate Moabites. Yeah, 3 and 9.
Talk to me just like talking to a girl.
You're talking to you was like talking to a bird?
Because I don't quite understand English.
Okay, well you should just go down the street.
I'm sorry, okay?
Yeah, go pick up a cat, man. There's a bunch of stray cats and dogs out here, man, if you want to build.
Some gutter oil.
First Corinthians
I just
chapter
look at
3,
the
Shut up,
verse
shut up,
9.
man. Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, read that.
Why'd you have to call me a chink?
Get over it, bro.
No, I'm not gonna get over it. Because I would never call you guys any racial epithet. We're having a conversation.
You called us black, what, about 15 minutes ago? And ain't none of us up here black. So that's a racist remark.
That's
We didn't
racist.
get fucking on your ass. Stop being an asshole.
You think calling
Stop
someone
being an
black
asshole.
is the same as calling someone a chink?
Yes.
I'm not fucking black.
Idiot.
Hey,
Shut your yellow ass up.
Fucking
You're
idiot.
fucking even. What's up? What's up? You're fucking even.
Oh, it's over.
That's assault right there, bro. That's assault. That's assault right there, bro.
Always at least one person who chimes in with,
Just stop talking about race. You are the one that's keeping racism alive.
then they probably don't sound like that, but that's just how they sound in my head. And then I respond with, please have all of the seats. The idea that talking about race or racism is thus perpetuating the problem is absolutely ridiculous. You can't fix a problem without talking about it.
Again, no one's trying to deny the fact or take away your seats. But you are trying to deny the fact or trying to avoid or even acknowledge the fact that it works fucking both ways. And it's horrible. Especially that clip when they're being racist towards Asians and Asian Americans. For fuck's sake, they were enslaved too. Who do you think built the railroads? Know your fucking history. And then that crazy black lady going off on these African American store owners, totally discrediting that, they're from Africa. And the one guy even pointed out that you sold yourselves into slavery. Yeah, we did go over there and we did capture some, but a lot of it was bought off the fucking slave market. Like, Jesus Christ. And none of these people have anything to do with that bullshit. And you want to keep acting like it's a fucking huge-ass problem, it's a hurdle that can't be overcome. And you putting that thought into people's head is just fucked up. And it's the tone. It's the tone of how you preach your message. I wish I had a really good clip of that. Oh, wait, you kind of take care of that for me myself with your next little fucking clip you got going on. Check this shit out.
Unfortunately, your test results came back as positive. That means you've got anywhere from 6 months to a year left to live. Oh my god. I am so very sorry. So what do we do next? I mean, what's the next step? I would say let's just ignore it. I mean, it could get better, but chances are it probably won't. Is there like some sort of surgery or some medicine I can
Not listening. I can't hear you. I can't hear a word you're saying.
What are you doing? Are you 12?
Oh, there's my lunch break. Gotta go.
See, that's what I'm talking about. No one is trying to deny you that there's actually racism going on. I'm just kindly trying to point out, or maybe not so kindly, trying to point out it works both ways. And this message that you're sending and the recent actions with the Black Lives Matter, it's becoming more of a systemic fucking problem. And I can't even say that. I take that back. It's not a systemic problem. Again, it's more on an individual basis. But you're letting them think that it's okay to act in the manner that they do. And it is not. It's not. Just fucking admit it. And again, you are perpetuating the fucking problem.
Something else I encounter whenever I talk about race on the internet or in real life is the people who say, I don't see color. There is no such thing as race. We are all part of the human race. And then they eat a granola bar and do a yoga pose. The thing is that yes, we are all part of the human race, but I'll let you in on a little secret. Even in black and white, I'm still black. And there is nothing wrong with seeing my race and my color. It's part of who I am. It's a huge part of my identity. The problem is when people treat other people differently or less than because of their race. And I realize that when people talk about being colorblind, they really believe that they are somehow fixing the problem or that this is a solution to racism. And I will be the first one to tell you that there was a time in my life that I actually thought this too. But in reality, it's kind of like taking a Band-Aid and putting it on a gigantic head wound, when in reality what you need is stitches. If you are colorblind and don't see race, that means that you don't see who I am. Thus, you don't see the challenges or the obstacles that I face as a black woman or as a person of color. And I need you to see those things in order to help me fight for equality.
See, this is where I get confused with the whole fucking argument and where it's mental gymnastics from my point of view. So we reach a point where we don't see color, or a majority of us are, and maybe that's not the right way to say it, this whole colorblind thing, but it's, the first thing we see is a person in front of us. Not a black woman, not a black man, not an Asian, not Vietnamese, not whatever, Mexican. We just see another person with relatable problems. Yeah, you're experiencing maybe different problems, but why is it your color the first thing that I should see? And if you want the world to be an equal place, you harboring this message and holding on to this, I'm an enslaved African American woman, is just going to keep the problem alive. It's when you let go of that bullshit and when you start seeing people in front of you for who they are and not the color of their skin, that's when we're where we want to be. And that's where we're headed when you're saying that it's not. And I just don't get it, because you're right. I can't relate to your problems. In fact, I can't relate to any woman's problems. I can on certain degrees, but we all face different things. We all face shit that the other person has no idea what they've gone through. It's almost like you're plugging your ears and doing the whole na thing. Oh, wait, you are.
Not listening.
What are you, fucking 12?
So see me, I'm right here. Not to mention, it is hella tacky to jump into a conversation about inequality just so that you can proclaim, not me, I don't act like that. Congratulations, you are a decent human being and not a racist or a bigot. Instead of asking for cookies, let's go ahead and focus on fixing the problem instead of patting you in the back for not being part of the problem.
If someone is obviously trying to make it about themselves and how, they're an ally, then yeah, by all means, let's not give them cookies. But if you want to take, again, this snarky fucking attitude and not accept this person accepting you for who you are and admitting they see past the problem, rather than accepting that fact that, hey, there's a notch in our belt, there's a fucking victory mark, you want to be a fucking bitch? Jesus. Get over your goddamn self.
If you don't want to talk about racism or inequality, that is totally your business.
You're right. It is their business. And then you make it our business even more if you're going to continue to talk about racism and say it's systemic and all that fucking bullshit and not accept how far you've come. Because I'm one of those colorblind bastards. And again, I don't think colorblind is actually the way to say it, because I honestly recognize that the person standing in front of me may be culturally different. But that's not the first thing I see. The first thing I see in front of me is a human being going through human problems. And to say that their culture is being held back systemically is fucking bullshit, and that's what your whole argument is based upon. Again, it's not the 1960s. It's not the 50s. You've come a long fucking way, and the only one holding you back is you and your fucking rhetoric.
But when I see injustice in the world, the thing that I want to do is speak up and use my voice and my platform. I make noise because I want to be heard. And if you don't want to be heard, that's totally okay. But guess what? I'm a grown-ass woman, and I'm going to talk about whatever it is that I want on my platforms, in real life, on the internet, and you will have to deal And sure, sometimes maybe it just comes off like mindless rambling or complaining, but sometimes you need to complain and just commiserate with other people that understand your experience and know where you're coming from. And that is totally okay. I believe that it is possible to make progress and educate people even when we are complaining.
Yeah, agreed again. But now it's your time to fucking deal. Because fucking A. You just said sometimes it comes off mindless, rambling. Get your shit together. Get some fucking facts. Prove to me, point out to me, and give me some links other than the fucking bullshit that you link below that it's random articles. To me, someone sitting down and writing an article is not a study of human fucking life. I want some scientific basis. I want some actual facts from the government that support your arguments. All I get from you are video clips and nothing else. Nothing else. Jesus Christ, get your shit together.
So have you ever encountered these types of dismissive comments when you talk about race, racism, or inequality in general for that matter? Let me know about it in the comments below. And if you're interested in the things that inspired this video, I will put in the video description box some links to some stories that really kind of got my juices flowing. Oh, that sounds really gross.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna leave links in my low bar to some fucking actual studies and facts, and not just bullshit random articles and videos. Really, I'm doing a little bit of research because I want to know, are you right? And from everything that I'm finding out, no, you're not. And I will defend to my last breath your freedom to say what you're saying, but you need to know the cancer that you're spreading. You need to know how you're harming your own fight. And I'm also going to leave a link to your video so that people can see for themselves the bullshit that you read and watched to get you to the point you're at. So yeah, one love.